What's up, everyone? Welcome to Aceoflight.tarot. I know you missed me because I missed you. So, I haven't been on in a while as I took some time for myself, just really digging into the new versions of me. There's been a lot of big energy coming in, and over, you guys may not know, but like I had someone very close to me, step into spirit and my brother, and we were really, really close. So in the midst of losing in this 3D space, has been really hard for me to transition and clear the emotional blockages for me to recognize that my brother was guiding me and showing me things. And so I'm really grateful for that, along with finding my new identity in myself and how things work, right? In my reality. So with the time that I needed to kind of close different connections that weren't serving me. Um, and I wasn't serving them, right? Because when you do for you, you're essentially doing for them too, because everything is for your best and highest good for everyone all the time. And one of the things that came up during this time that I realized is that what I was thought was just happening to me was very much collective. So during this time, I've been more than just sensitive. I've been super hypersensitive. So feeling things that were not necessarily my energy, but the collective energy, and then feeling things in the spirit, right? In the ethereal realm, knowing different things. And those of you that like know me know that like the clairs that I work with specifically are the clairsentious, clairvoyant, and clairaudient. Um, so walking through that, staying really close to people, um, that are feeding my spirit, right? Where I don't have to go into survival mode, but also holding space, people that were holding space for me to come up because they knew, right? And I think one of the things when you're taking time for yourself, that is really the messaging that like I needed to clear, was that somehow I was abandoning, the people around me, and not showing up authentically for them because I took time for myself. And that's part of being intuitive. So most of the people that tune into or come with me, it's because they're at either I'm at a vibration where they're trying to reach, or they're at my vibration or above it. So I feel like if you're here on my channel and you're watching my stuff, like if I can give you anything other than just a reading on your sign of telling you what's going on or giving you some advice geared to what's going on in your life, then I just wanted to share with the people that do follow and show me love, because it is a gift for me to be of service. Um, but I wanted to tell you how important it is to take the time that you need to make sure that you're okay, so that you can be strong and give messages with a clear filter, right? Because when you're wounded, you tend to bleed on other people. And so I had to get quiet enough to integrate these new gifts, to find new understanding, to figure out how I can show up in my gifts differently and better, not just for myself, but for the collective, like for all of you who come and watch my channel because you love me. Um, or maybe you don't love me, you just want the tea, but that is okay. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm sorry I took so long explaining that, but I didn't owe an explanation. I just wanted to show you how important it is to take care of you and what it looks like, to take care of you. So I love all of you. I was feeling like I tried to do a collective read for days where I was like, I'm gonna post, I'm gonna drop an online video for all 12 signs. And then I realized that like I got to Cancer, and it was the air inside of me like wouldn't, like I was like, yo, I don't know what's going on with Cancers, but my like air wouldn't, like was not, like I could breathe, but it felt so heavy on my chest. Like I feel like a lot of the heart space is closed. It's a lot of guards, a lot of guilt, a lot of pain for Cancer specifically. Also that my gifts have like heightened significantly, and I'm learning the language, right? Because spirit communicates with me differently, as to you, right? With your spiritual gifts in your toolbox. But So channeling things for the collective and then also channeling things for signs. So one of the things that I want to do is I'm going to go through and give you advice for your best and highest good, because I'm still in this very, very sensitive space. And I want to be able to give it with a filter, right? I tend to read and pick up the emotions of whoever it's for, right? When we say collective, some of the messages are going to resonate for you. Understand there's other people of that sign that are going to come on the channel or come and view this video, right, by accident. And this video would be part for them and for you. And because we all have our lived experiences, where some of the material may identify, understand that some of it may be for a specific person. I can't control what spirit gives me, but I'm obedient. So whatever comes out of my mouth, if it resonates, let it soak in, take it for your highest and best good. I'm going to start with Aries. Let's see. Start with Aries. Okay. What messages do we have for Aries? Ooh, earth and ground. Okay. Composure. Friendship and union. I feel right now, spiritual growth. I feel like right now, it's so crazy that I was talking about in the beginning of this video, Aries, where it was like, yo, we wanted connections, you wanted connections, you wanted connections. And I feel like it was really important for you to maintain composure. I feel like a lot of things are coming to the surface for you. Trauma, probably like trauma, wounds, things that like are coming up out of left field, right? That you hadn't, you may have like touched a little bit in there, clearing some of that out. But I feel like it was really important for you to have these things come up in your life so that you were able to take time for you. I feel like you, with the opposition, this is for me too, with friendship and union, because kind of saying like, I love you, but stay right here because I have to do this in order to take care of me. Or you could be concerned about losing a friend because you're not showing up the way that they want you to. And it's like, you're not required to do that. And what it is you need to get connected with yourself and get connected and grounded with what it is in front of you and stay present, right? It's easy. It's a slippery slope when you start to think about how something is hurting you or how something is pulling you back or how you should be here, A, B, C, and D, right? Like, one of the biggest things that my mentor has ever told me, right, was, Sarah, you know, you make sure that you're being authentic, right? Like, don't worry about what anybody else is doing if you're not taking care of you, right? Like, and anybody could tell me that, but like in a spiritual sense, like, what cup can you pour from? Like, you know, you can't. There's no clarity. And so in order for you to get that clarity, I feel like with these situations coming up, it's almost like I'm getting throw up. Like, anybody could get it. Don't play with me. Right? Like, Aries is like, yo, I come with guns, I come with knives, however you want to do it, I will tell you what it is, right? And I feel like also, I don't know who this is for specifically. See, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about like specific messages, like in terms of relationships, like things in your relationship, right? Because right here it's talking about friendship, right? But in this, I'm feeling energetically that this is a relationship where like you are being so triggered that you're literally ready to go beast mode, right? Like, I will snatch the life out. Don't play. You know what I mean? Like, Aries is very like fire. And I feel like you need to get grounded and recognize what energy is yours, like what you've already cleared, what you've already worked for. And are you fighting? This is the question. And I'm going to give you food for thought, Aries. I want you to sit with this. Is what is really like, when you react, is this something you already healed? Is this something you already healed? Right? Do we need to go back there? Is this the same person that hurt you? Right? Like, hurt people. Just sit with that energy for a second and allow yourself the space and give yourself some grace to kind of move and wiggle and grow through where it is you need to be, right? Because I think it's like go, go, go. And I feel like it's really about just giving yourself that space, Aries. So, you know, I wanted to share that with you. It's 12:44. Yeah, shouldn't be doing this late at night, but you know, like I said, I felt like in my spirit, like I wanted to share something with you. And I don't know, to be a therapist. I just listen. All right. So here we go. Taurus. Taurus. The bull. The bull. The bull. Okay. Sacred plan. Self-acceptance. Oh, okay, Taurus. I'm feeling we didn't even pull a card yet. Oh, the holy love. I feel like something's coming together for you, Taurus. Like I know it was hard. It's some you like I feel like it was about choosing you in this connection and like finding that self-love guardian angel here. I feel like you're really wanting something to come together. I feel like if this is in terms of a relationship, you have to choose you. And I feel like you're in a rock and a hard place with that guardian angel again at the bottom of the deck. I just feel like you're in a rock and a hard place. And so like you have to like ultimately like this person not being or things not working out. Like you want something to work out so bad and you're so consistent and you're putting all this energy into it. And I feel like spirit's saying chill. Like you know it's for you. You know this person loves you. Then you have to trust in my timing, right? Like trust in divine timing. Because when you think you're in control, and then the problem is that you have this divine timing, right? And then you come over here and it says take charge and action. You're like, well, what do I do? Well, this is it. Sometimes taking charge and action is simply loving you. And if you love you, right? Because everybody will tell you like, oh, you got to get to a space where you love yourself. Well, how really you have to ask yourself, how can I show up authentic and love me and be in this connection, right? Or I think it's what's coming through for me is that the idea that whatever the step that you can literally be separated from someone. You ever like thought of somebody and then your phone starts ringing and you're like, whoa, my phone just started ringing because I was thinking about this person. That's energy, honey. It doesn't just disconnect. You feel when something's wrong. You know when they talk about a woman's intuition? You feel when something's wrong. That intuition isn't just when something's wrong, right? You can feel, you think your sadness is just yours. It's not. And I really feel strongly. And it's crazy because if you feel like how I go through each reading, I really wanted to steer away from relationships, but I feel like whoever the Tauruses are that are tuning into this part, like energetically, sometimes you got to choose yourself to make someone recognize that that energy, that connectivity could be going somewhere else. Not saying, you know, participate in the games, play this person. I'm not saying that. I'm saying authentically choose yourself and say, okay, I'm going to work on me right now because I know if it's for me, I can't lose it. And at this point, I've invested so much that I've learned enough to know where to be better in the new connection, which I really feel like it's something that's divine timing that you need to give yourself a little bit of space to just come back to yourself so that the connection can be brand new. Okay. Whether that's, you know, and I feel like this Taurus, I just picked up energetically that you were like, I can't wait, right? Like, I'm not have to wait for that, right? And it's not that way. I'm just saying it can be a day. It could be 5 months. It could be 2 days. It could be 5 weeks. It's all on you. Like, choose you. And then you determine whether the connection is worth pursuing anymore. And I think you're there, Taurus. I think you are. I think you're just looking at how much you've invested in the connection. And I feel very strongly in my heart space that like you're resonating. Whoever's literally, I feel like every Taurus that watches this video is going to resonate. I feel like you love so hard that you just don't know, you don't trust that this will come together. Right? Like you need to hurry up and do something. I feel like you need to choose you. That needs to be the choice. Like, I'm not waiting anymore. This is what it is. And you know what it is. You know how this love feels, right? It's almost like you give somebody a chocolate bar. They know how that chocolate bar tastes, right? They like that, 1,000-gram bar. They know it's going to be nice with caramel. They know how it tastes. You might have been giving them a candy bar every day, every day, every day. Then all of a sudden you stop giving them candy bars. They're like, oh yeah, I'm glad. I got a break. I don't need that 1,000-bar candy bar. Then all of a sudden they don't even know why they're craving that 1,000 bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, give somebody the space enough to recognize the value in who you are. It's not your responsibility to give them that lesson. It's your responsibility to show yourself that you're that much valuable, right? And it doesn't change your value, whether they come back or not, because you're still the one. You just might not be the one for them, right? And the truth is, when somebody says that to me, I always reverse it. They might not be the one for you, okay? So Taurus, with that holy love coming through, I think is you choosing you and leveling up in the connection. And because you choose you, the law of attraction, the way that the universe works, this person just comes through. So thank you, Taurus. So 12:49. Okay, I have to write it down because I want to be able to, do the math or whatever when I watch this video and put it in the comments, what's really good, what time, so people could just click on their sign or their significant other, because I wanted to put it all in one video. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for Gemini, some advice for Gemini. I really got divine timing literally coming through, like not even like divine timing. And I think that's been the theme of everybody, like having to be patient, right? Like trusting the process, trusting your own process. It's clear here. Take a step back. Okay. Woo. All right. I feel like there's a heart over head matter here. I think you're trying to overfunction. Okay, Gemini, I don't know what the hell you got going on, but I really feel like right now in this situation, it's really important for you to just like not feel like you need to do anything about it, right? Like, because I feel like you got this energy of, I need to hurry up, I need to speak my piece, I need to do this, like, or I need to save the connection with this person, or I need to cut it off. Like, I feel like there's this, I need to do it now. And there's something about opportunity coming in for you. I feel like this could be somebody doing something in order for you to take a step back and end up where you need it to be. All right. I feel like this could be friendship or this could be romance. Okay. Take it how it resonates. But I feel like it's really important for you to learn to accept and love yourself. I don't know who this is for, but I feel like a little bit of narcissism there. Like this person could have been like trying to like be petty. All right. I don't know where I'm getting this. It's not in the cards. This is just me. But I feel like somebody was trying to just be petty, and you like got to a space where like you didn't realize like how they were reminded you of things that you had already gone through. And I think you're Gemini. I think you're kind of like comparing what you went through with other people to them. And I think a little bit of those wounds, I'm not blaming you. I don't do that. But what I'm saying is that I think you're forgetting that you're human and that we do make error, and you have to forgive yourself. But I also feel like Gemini, you're coming through and really like saying yes to new opportunities and new people. And then on the other side of that, learning to really love and accept yourself. And really loving and accepting yourself, sometimes you have to step away from people and get close to you again. And I think that could be like for a Gemini, that's kind of hard because you guys are super great communicators and you just want the best for everybody. But I feel like don't play, because that other side of Gemini will come through. And you really need that great balance. Okay. Like you need that brilliant communication within yourself and with your higher self, and really just embracing the beauty of who you are and not beating yourself up. I got criticism. So like, look at this person stepping away or your need to step away from the situation as an opportunity for change, because with this big yes card here, I feel like, look at that card. Look at the energy on it. It's just so beautiful. Like just walking in your new path, right? Like I feel like things could be seeming very unclear right now, or like it's just too much drama, or you just don't want to deal with it. And I feel like you really have to trust yourself. Okay. Thank you, Gemini. So we will go to 12:53. Cancer. Okay. Thank you. All right, Cancer. What do we got for Cancer? Advice for Cancer. Woo. Woo. My little pot right there. Get some water because I'm feeling really thirsty for the water signs. Ooh. I love some source, okay? Need some life source. Cut the cords. Ooh, there's some attachments here. Even before this reading, I got like negative attachments, addictions, which could be just codependency. It could be on other people. It can be on anything, holy love, abundance, and blessings. I feel like things are coming through, like the divine is saying, like, set the intention for you to be better or to want better or whatever it is that you really want. The divine giving you that push into that, like, that abundance, like that right to your abundance, but you have to ultimately choose you. And I don't think that you had a full understanding, Cancer, of how this was going to consume you. Okay. But it's talking about self-love and releasing codependency. That's with people. That's with, you know, it can be with substances. It can be with vaping. Okay. Don't, you know, I'm a rising Cancer. I'm going through, I'm trying to release and trying to let it go. You know what I mean? I'm not judging, because we all have a story, right? And this is the part where, like, understanding how Cancer is being kind to you. And I know that's really hard, because there's this martyrdom, like, I do this for everybody, nobody cares. No, we make choices, and you're responsible for choosing you. Choosing you isn't choosing something that hurts you. Choosing you isn't something that tears you down or makes you feel less than or put you in a position to be critical of yourself, right? That unconditional love that you're giving, right? That you're in martyrdom for, because you're giving everybody this, you know, I'm drained because I do this. No, some of that, that's not your self-love doesn't come in the form of self-destruction or rights to things. You know, it's about setting boundaries for yourself, right? Like, not even for others. When you create or you overfunction, you develop dependency upon you. And then you're mad because you don't have the space to do you, or you don't have this freedom to do, you know, and it's an illusion. It's all an illusion. And this is the crazy part. Like, I feel really strongly, Cancer, that you're coming through this, and like, you're really coming through a space where you're starting to recognize the divine love that you have for yourself. But it's gonna take a lot of work for you to release, you know, to cut the cords. I feel that you had no idea whatever it is that you were connected to. Do you see that? You got to twist it. It's saying cut that off, right? Like, cut it off. You don't need it. But I think that the cord is so thick, it's going to take a lot for you to choose you. I mean, I feel like it's going to be easy for you to choose you. I think it's going to take a lot of really working on you and really accepting that you are lovable, that you are worthy of love. But you have to show others how to love you by setting the example on what self-love looks like, right? And self-love doesn't look destructive. You need to release the messaging around what self-love looks like. Okay, Cancer, this was really strong reading, and I didn't like really pull anything. Majority of it was channeling, but I felt even intuitively when I went to read Cancer. If you listen to the beginning of my video, I talked about you know, how I couldn't breathe, right? I think mainly because I love Cancer so much, I understand them, because I am a rising Cancer. And I don't like to put people, I believe that I don't like to put people in a box. But I felt very strongly when I got to Cancer, I couldn't breathe. And I feel like it's okay. Hold space for yourself to change, and don't be so critical. Just keep your eyes on what you truly want to be, who you truly want to become, and who you're already becoming, right? Like, you have every moment, every second to make a better choice and decision for your life. Take those opportunities. All right, Cancer, I love you so much, and I'm sending you love and support. 12:58. Okay. So let's move on to Leo. Leo. Let me give you some advice, Leo. You know I love a good Leo. So bougie. Here we go. What advice? Mother, Father, God. Okay. Oh, this is coming through. I feel like for a lot of you Leos, there could be a lot of stuff, a lot of needing to let go of things too. Okay. I feel like you're needing to release or like push away from things that aren't serving you anymore, in terms of like, stop letting things just get to you. That's what I'm getting. Like, there was a lot of like somebody saying things and hitting you in certain areas. Like, it could have been lowering your self-esteem. Like, I feel like you're trying to rise up, but like, there's voices inside of you and messaging that you needed to release from a relationship, of what they may have said to you or how they hurt you. And I feel like you have to be honest and honor yourself and kind of like forgive yourself for who you were in that connection, and the part of you that loved so unconditionally. right? Like if you're loving them unconditionally, like forgiving yourself for having such a big heart, like it was okay that you love them, right? And I think that it's time to let go of those ideas and those messages and hope, like, even though if you're evolving, allowing space for other people to evolve, right? And yourself and these connections. It's critical to like really start to love on you. And what I got really like dead center in the middle of your spread was that self-acceptance. And she's beautiful, you know, like she's just really learning to love her authentic self. And I think, you know, tarot has no gender. Spirit has no gender. You in spirit, you in spirit. But so I really feel here that like there's this energy of releasing ideas or things that people had told you and letting them go so that you can step into the new you and also hold space for them to evolve too. With this Mother, Father, God card, I really feel like the universe is conspiring to like show you the ebb and flow of life and for you to step into the higher sense of you. And I think letting go, which is crazy because this, I feel like this is really collective, letting go of things can seem scary because they're familiar, right? So I got a lot of healing from that message, Leo. I love that. Thank you guys so much. But that's the message that I got for you. Let me see. What do we have for Virgo? Ooh, Virgo. What advice do we have for Virgo? Sorry, y'all. My nose be itching. Ooh, Virgo, you're getting it. You're getting it good. Oh, I love it. This was so crazy because this is cool. Ask and receive. Okay. There was this big energy that I had felt earlier. And it was literally telling me I got to Virgo, right? Because when I tell you I was just in the tea. And I got to Virgo and it was this big download and it was like, I already said no, right? And so, you know, I had this conversation with my mentor and I was like, I don't know what this is because, you know, that is her sign. And I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I don't feel like this, you know, when I read, it's for a collective. And then I started to think, right? Because sometimes when you have your lived experiences, you try to make sense, right? That's because you're using your logical mind and you're not expanding on the intuitive side of things, right? But when you think intuitive, when you don't think and you stay present, the intuition runs. And so what I feel like is Virgo, you're getting this message to the God, from the God or source spirit of your understanding, right? Holding space for everybody. This is a safe space, honey, okay? You are allowed to be who you want to be, and I will love you. But I feel like with this is coming like you knowing the truth, like you need to release ideas or plans that you thought you had and let it go because you are already told, right? And I'm not saying you're already told like, oh, if you don't listen, no. No matter what you do, your circumstances will be fashioned for your best and highest good. So don't get it twisted. But I feel like you can't keep, you know, bringing a horse to water, bringing a horse to water, bringing a horse to water. Sooner or later, they're going to have to take a drink of this water with or without you. They need it to survive, right? And I'm not saying don't bring a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. No, they will drink because they need to be drinking, right? The problem is that you're trying to make something happen that is going to happen, but you may not witness it because you're too busy trying to get them to drink that you realize that now you're getting dehydrated, right? Like if you don't listen, if you don't understand that sometimes that people have the right to show up and you rob them the opportunity to go get a drink because you're already bringing them a damn glass of water. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of like you feeling like, why is this way? Why did this not work out? Something's wrong with me. It's the way I am. And I almost get like on the other side of that, right? Like with composure, I feel like there's voices or people that have made you feel bad for those decisions. You don't have to worry about that, but however, you are responsible for what you do. Okay. And like, this is me being authentic, right? Like, because I'm human too. The reason why you're being so critical of yourself is because you have decided you're supposed to show up for this person, or you're supposed to show up for you a certain kind of way. And instead of giving yourself the space that like, oh, okay, I can always change. Every second I can make a choice in anything I do, any minute, any second, any time, I can choose, right? I'm not stuck in anything. It is an illusion. I do not have to fall victim to a system or to a cycle. I can choose me. And I think it's the needing to clear that, right? Like it's the needing to clear that. But I also feel like for some of you, it's about really surrendering. Okay. And it's time to take a step back. Look, it came out clear. Take a step back. Okay. So it's time to really just sit back and either really reassess, reevaluate who you want to be. I feel like guardian angel here, courage and bravery. I feel like some of you are scared to walk away from a cycle or a system. And it's not even fear. I feel like it's not even fear. It's just like you've gotten used to the traditional way of things, or you've gotten caught up in a relationship or cycle that has just been so comfortable, right? Like, oh, this makes sense. We're going to just go. But then a part of you is like, nah, I don't think I want to deal with this anymore because it's not for my best and highest good. And when intuition and downloads being here, I feel like, oh, sorry, I just burped on camera and it didn't even, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, Virgo. Ooh, I had a little slice pizza. So, sorry. So with intuition and downloads, I feel like you're getting this in your spirit and you're trying to heal yourself. It's crazy because this is what the analogy is. You're literally trying to like put a Band-Aid on a gun wound. Like that's what you're doing because you're staying comfortable or staying stagnant, even though you know it was no. But I also get this that like, I also get this too that just came really clear to me. It's like you got to choose what's best for you, no matter who, like, no matter who or what. And if you think something is best for you, then that's okay. But I also get like it was really clear to me in this reading that God was like, I already told you no. That's why I shut the door. That's why I closed the window. That's why I shut the cellar. And that's why I'm burning the house down. Like, not, metaphorically. This is why like every opportunity is seized with this person or in this like situation, right? This could be work. But I feel like a lot of that came from like the reason why you feel like you need to step away isn't because you're afraid. It's because you know that it's not going anywhere, right? Like it's not healthy. It's not going anywhere, but it's also because you're supposed to be on a greater path, Virgo. With that downloads and intuition, I feel like it's the divine saying, I need you here because this is where your heart is. This is where your work is. I see the beauty in you and I want you here. And sometimes all those doors getting shut, right? You find the fire escape and you're out. Okay. Virgo, I'm praying for you. But with that intuition and that healing, I don't have a worry, courage and bravery coming out. I don't have a fear that you'll make the highest and best decision for you. And no matter what decision you make, there is always an opportunity to change it. Always. That's my beliefs. Not putting them on you, but Thank you, Virgo. So that is eight. Ooh, Libra, you better raise your vibration because that's what I've seen. It was like, whoo. I feel like I'm just in the dumps. What's going on, Libra? Why are you in the dumps? It said raise your vibration, spiritual growth. I feel like it's really true. I feel like this, whatever this is a pause. It's for your spiritual growth. I think there's a lot of anger surrounding that. Take charge and take action, friendship and union. I feel like a lot of things are affecting you and you're not speaking your truth, okay? And having compassion for yourself or for others. I feel like it's important for you to do the transformation, like to take time for yourself, Libra, and forgiveness and understanding, honesty and communication. You're not speaking your truth, okay? I feel like you're expecting, it's crazy because I feel like you're expecting people intuitively to pick up on what it is. And, what I feel like with spiritual growth and take action, it's almost like what I'm getting for you is like, what can I do? I did this, it didn't work. What did I do? It did. It's like you're being so rational, and it's not you, Libra. Like, I feel like you're just looking at things from a logical sense, and so you're getting to a space where like literally all you have to rely on, like you can't rely on facts anymore. Like all you have is faith. Like nothing's working. Like I was just talking about this with Virgo. Like every door is shutting, and with friendship and union, I feel like you're divinely guided to like, and I almost get this is not with a person. I feel like this is for you to be your own friend. Okay. Like, I feel like you need to start being kind to you. It's funny with that forgiveness and understanding, because I know it's for self and honesty and communication. You're also not speaking your truth. Like it's almost like you're not being honest, right? Like strength and guidance. I feel like you need to really like, and I haven't said this to nobody because I don't impose on anybody's belief system. I let people do them and rock out, how they need to. But I feel like with strength and guidance, you need to really understand that things are being fashioned for your best and highest good, right? Like it's almost like you're in this, I don't want to say it this way because I love you, Libras. It's like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? God, you don't love me. And it's not that. It's for your spiritual growth, for you to stop doing things a certain way, right? Like it's like, okay, if I put this in the microwave and I know the handle on this has this like metallic paint, right? For example, this is me. This is real life stuff. I have this beautiful cup that my friend gave me. I love her to pieces because she has just great taste. She buys me this, and I'll describe it. It's a lavender mug, and it's got all the constellations on it, and the handle has this metallic colored paint, which I think has some sort of elements. You would think that it would light on fire, but it doesn't. But every time I love this cup. I drink my coffee in it, but it's different when you heat something in the microwave versus just letting your coffee sit on the Keurig and it gets like, room temperature or whatever temperature you want to drink it at. But I make the mistake of putting it in the microwave because like I'll have a meeting and then it'll be cold and I don't want it cold. So I go to the microwave and I pull it out and the handle is hot as hell. So I pull the handle and I forget and I burnt this finger. Because you know how you grab a coffee mug. I burnt this finger. And I am like, why do I always do this? And so I get so angry, right? Because I got burnt. And it's the definition of insanity. You're like going to the same options, doing the same ways. And I feel like it's not about you doing like being yourself up for it happening to you over and over again, or something else happening. Like, oh, if it's not the coffee burning me, when I pulled it out and I got burnt, I spilled it on myself. Then my boobies got burnt, and my stomach got burnt. Had to change my shirt. Went to go change my shirt. Somebody came from my family. They came over here. I wasn't ready. I don't like being ready when people don't come over. Don't look at me. I didn't get to, I didn't get to do my hair. Don't look at me. I feel like Libra's in this space where it's like you feel like all these things are just happening to you and not happening for you. And I feel like you really need to give yourself some space and energy, like recalibrate your energy and stop blaming other people. That's literally, I love you to death, Libra, but stop blaming things that are happening or thinking that they're happening to you. It's always for your best and highest good. You are chosen. You are chosen. You are divine. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. So just really get to a space where you can clear some of that out and take responsibility for how you internalize things, and just do the best that you can with the stuff that is coming to you, because you are valuable. Okay. I feel like this is definitely, I got like abandonment wound, fear of abandonment really, really strongly here. Libra, or loss, just feeling really afraid. Okay. And I feel like you need to speak your truth. Either if that's writing down, that's writing down. But I love you guys. I'll be praying for you. So 113. Scorpio. I love you. All right, Scorps. What do we have for the Scorps? Let's get some advice for the Scorps. Oh, I like that. Lessons. Trust the universe. I feel like you are learning, Scorpio. Oh, I love it. I feel like Scorpios are ascending. They are tapping in. Amen. Okay. I love it. Manifestation, joy, and contentment, saying everything you wanted. Everything you wanted. This is so strong for me right now. Because like I love my Scorpios. Y'all get on my nerves, but I love you bad. And I feel like finally it's almost like a celebration. like blessings and abundance. Like, I'm coming for you. Everything that you wanted, the universe is conspiring to give you, because it was rewarding your hard work. It's rewarding, you know, everything that you put in. It's rewarding you and showing you, like, if you trust, if you know it's yours, if you want it, I will provide it. You know you want it, the universe will serve it. Okay. I don't know the language, but I feel like it's also forgiving yourself. I think there's some blame in here. Scorpio, I feel like you didn't do, there's a lot of regret. That was heavy, Scorp. Yeah, so deep. I feel like there was a lot of regret surrounding, you know, with that forgiveness and understanding. Just, I feel like you're learning to forgive yourself. I feel like honoring yourself and saying, feeling like my emotions are good. They're good to me. This is how I'm gonna clear out my emotions. This is how I'm gonna be better. You know, they deserve space to be. Okay. I feel like you didn't give yourself space. I almost get that you feel bad for it, right? Like there's guilt around it, or that you didn't, that somehow you should have been there, or you should have done something. And composure, I feel like it's hard for you to keep your, saying how you feel, Scorpio. I think it's very important that you're saying how you feel. I feel like you really need to say exactly how you feel when you're feeling it. With this joy and contentment, this is an angel card, okay? Divine timing and honesty and communication. Trust that you'll get the opportunity to say how you feel, all right? I don't know if it's, you know, talking to someone about something, because I know this can resonate for so many Scorpios that I know that I know it's y'all tuning in. So it's like, I try not to say things that I know. But this is a collective message. And what I'm going to say is, like, you get the opportunity to speak your truth. All right. Whether that is in the form of your passion, whether that's in form of a person. I feel like you really get to walk in and say really how you feel and what you really want, and walk in that. Okay. Scorpio, I feel like it's all about divine timing and being honest, right? Like trusting the divine timing with things and for them to work out. But with that, trust the universe, dead in the middle of the spread, and that abundance and blessings, that I don't know, but that might be the best financial card so far. I think it's big money and signs and reminders coming in. I'm sorry, there's some, you definitely have your angels in this room just throwing out cards like, this for my baby, this for my baby. That's what I keep hearing as signs and reminders. I'm saying, like, yo, I'm here with you. I'm coming up. You know, it could even be a feather, right? It could be a butterfly. It can be birds, right? Like flocks of birds moving. I know one of the things that comes up for me, because like when you're chosen, right? You get to see really cute, cool things. Let's say cute and cool. I get to see things like numbers work for me, but it's mad numbers, signs, songs, music, things people say in repetition that I'll hear from different places and people that are the same thing. But I got to see like a group of birds flying over my car in synchronicity, like beautifully in a way that I'd never seen it. And they were making the infinity symbol, and they just kept doing it and kept doing it. And they were flying above me and my mentor. And I was like, yo, are they doing this for me? And then I just stopped talking and I was just watching them. And it was just so beautiful. Like we both looked at each other like, this is for us, you know? And I think like those moments, like they're saying yes. So if there's something that you see or you felt in your spirit, you're like, nah, couldn't be. But there's something in you that's like, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It's like your little kid. Yeah, it was you talking to me. Yes, I felt that. I felt that. And so if you feel in that communication from your angel, I feel like trust that, run with that. Okay, Scorpio, like I feel like that's big energy right there. That's love. Thank you, Scorp. Love you. That's the advice. We have 119. Okay. All right. So we have Scorpio, Sagittarius, and it's your month. So let's see. We have for the Sagittarius, advice for Sagittarius. Ooh, divine timing. It's saying wait, inner child healing. There's some I keep getting rejection, cut the cord. Ooh, I feel like it's drama here. I feel like somebody needs to start being more honest, okay, with themselves, cutting the cords. I feel like this can also be involving a child. Okay, and then I got mom. So there's a lot of things coming through for Sag, which is like the most interesting so far, because with the honesty and communication piece, I feel like it's really honest. Like it's really, I feel like you've gotten to this space, Sag, where you have been like needing to trust that things will work out for the good, right? Like if you're feeling like this person isn't up to par, isn't gonna be the right match for you, I feel like this is something that's repetitious. It might be somebody that comes in and out of your life, and you've gotten to this space where like you have been chasing this connection because you had an inner child wound of abandonment. Okay, this is me speaking right facts, and this is very specific. So if it doesn't resonate right now, check out, because this is very, very specific, and I love you, but watch the beginning of the video though. So what I feel for you is like there's this big energy of, you know, having this childhood wound of abandonment. Therefore you get into these connections and you keep looking for you know, this person. It's almost like this, it's like cat and mouse, right? Like, oh, the one who got away. Nah, that's a story. If it got away, it ain't for you, right? And I feel like you keep chasing it, or you keep chasing, or this person, or vice versa, this person keeps chasing you, Sag. And I feel like you got to cut the connection to those things, right? I also get for some of you, second story, that this is a new connection coming in, and I feel like you're still dealing with trauma from old relationships, and you need to cut that love, because I see that holy love coming out at the end here, Sag. And I feel like ultimately you always choose you. You try to choose you, but you get caught up in it. And I feel like with the divine timing saying like, trust that the new person will come, but you got to shut the door, right? Like you got this lingering energy. Like if you choose you, then you don't have nothing to worry about. Okay. And it's talking about listen deeply. Like, what do you really want? All right. What you really want, you can have. All right. But how are you listening? How are you choosing to discern that something's not for you? Like if you know it's for you, but I feel like you just got caught up. You get caught up in the cycle of shit, right? Of the way that things have been. But guess what it says? No, I'm not doing it. I feel like it's that simple. No is a complete sentence. Okay. Harmony and resolution, our courage and bravery. I feel like you get to say, this is not working. And that is okay. That is enough. It's not working. It's not feeding my spirit, and that's okay. We can still come to something. And I feel like somebody's really holding on to this connection. They keep manifesting it. And I could be guilt of why you can't like really let go. But I also got like new person coming in. Okay. I feel like this is a new person, but it can be both and, right? Somebody who cut off and they want to come back. But I feel really strength and guidance. He has somebody coming back. Sorry, y'all. But it's being honest with you and like choosing you, Sag. Like, I don't know, you know, choosing you and trusting that something better comes. I'm not saying like if it's for singles, I don't know. Take it as it resonates, because that Saggy, it was a little bit bumpy. On this ride, it was definitely a collective message. Okay. Thank you, Saggy. I love you. 123. Okay. What do we have for Cappies? What do we have for the Cappies? Capricorn. Capricorn. What do we have? Race or Capricorn. Ooh. Ooh, everybody's got a lot of people cutting off. I feel like this time of solitude, transformation, these cut the cords. I feel like you're too involved. Let me just be honest with you, Capricorn. I'm not trying to be nice to you. It's not saying that it's hard to be nice. I'm just trying to give it to you because you're so critical of yourself. I feel like you need to just be more, trust that good things are happening. Okay, friendship and union. I feel like it's either like wanting a connection to come together, or hoping that a relationship can be like in your life can be repaired. All right. Wanting things to work out for your best and highest good. And I feel like it needs to be a pause in an old relationship, the old way of doing things. All right. Like a cord cut in the old way of doing things and being patient with yourself. I feel like you're being so critical of yourself and you're trying to get everything perfect and you're moving too quickly. I also got for you Capricorns that you need to slow down a little bit. Okay. Not saying like slow down, don't work. Cause I know you can't tell a Capricorn not to work. But what I'm saying is don't be so critical of yourself, right? Like be kinder to you. And look at as what's suspected miracles. I feel like there's a situation here where you had to put your foot down that causes somebody to step up into a better, not in a better versions of themselves. But I also feel like this is for you. This was for you to choose you. I feel like you got to redo a situation just so you could come back and choose you again. And change what it is. Change, give yourself the opportunity for a new situation. All right. That's what I got for the Cap. Advice for the Cap. All right. What do we have for the Aquarius? Ooh. Hang on, y'all. Let me put these cards back. No came out. What do we have for Aquarius? Surrender. This is so hard to read. I'm going to tell you why it's hard, because I'm very sensitive. Sacred plan, do the work. I feel like this. I feel like you're trying to make apples into oranges. I'm gonna be so real with you, Aquarius. I feel like you're trying to make apples into oranges, and I feel like you need to just stop forcing things to happen. Heal yourself, work on you. I feel like you've been really working or trying to take care of so many people, Aquarius, that you're just not giving yourself the time, but you're also not doing any work on yourself. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Okay, hang on one second. So I feel like you're really not being kind to you. I feel like you need to trust the journey, that if something is for you, you can't lose it. And I feel like it's really time to surrender and trust that things will work out the way that they need to. And the other thing about that, Aquarius, I really feel like you're I don't want to say over functioning, because it's almost like you're just watching everything and you don't know how to fix it, right? I feel like you're trying to fix it, and there's a lot of things inside you that are really just being left undone, right? Like a lot of healing that you haven't even sat with yet. I feel like you need to say, I can't do this on my own. And I feel like you need to say that to yourself and ask your higher self or your angels or your guides, whatever your beliefs is, the God to your understanding, to come and support you. And I'm not saying that from a space of you need it. I'm saying that if you need it, if you feel like you need that support, you can always call like your guides, listen to some high, megahertz for positive energy. But I feel like it's really about getting quiet with yourself and asking yourself what the wound is and sitting with that. You can also email me about like shadow work. I have no problem like just shooting the breeze with you and talking about things. But I resonated with this, and I'm not even an Aquarius, but I feel like it's really important for you to start taking care of yourself, Aquarius. And saying no was really good. Saying this isn't mine to take care of. I don't have to do anything, but I do feel like there's some residual there, and trusting yourself to make the best decisions for you. I think that there's a little bit of fear surrounding some decisions that you have made. So that's what I got for Aquarius. Thank you, Aquarius. I love you. I'm sending you prayers. Now let's go to Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? Messages for Pisces. Not even messages. Give me some advice. Pisces. I love y'all so bad. Aw, Pisces. Sacred plan is saying, trust the journey, trust the plan. Oh, Pisces, you ain't letting go of shit. This is why I love the Pisces, because it's as emotional and as sensitive. When you are mad, you are done. Okay, I feel like it's really important for you right now. I almost get with this clear, cancel, release. I feel like it's go time. You are like you are getting better at trying to balance things, but like you are like, no, I'm going to tell you how you pissed me off. And here's how. What I'm getting for you, Pisces, is that is okay. You know, usually when I give people advice, I say, you know, use your best judgment for your best and highest good, whatever works for you, whatever's clever, right? But I feel like you get to choose you. And if you don't want to, there's also this too, somebody not wanting to let go of a relationship. That's there too, like keeps fighting and fighting the other person. But there's multiple stories. I feel like this is really important for you to just say something's not working, right? This is also in terms of friend that came up here. Ooh, it's talking about self-love. I feel like stop picking up or doing the work for other people. I feel like you really are taking care of yourself. But I feel like the problem is that it's not, sometimes you don't have to do anything in a relationship. You just need to sit back and be kind and trust that this relationship, I feel like also the advice here is if this is for a relationship, for you to go back to the space where you remember just meeting each other and becoming friends and kind of build off that. I also get like you don't want to let go of relationships or friendships because you are scared that they won't love you or scared that you could lose love somehow if you let them go. And that's a wound. Okay. But I feel like there's a lot of time that you spent taking care of yourself. So I will say, Pisces, I'm super proud of you. I know how hard that is. If you watch the intro to my video, like I get you, but I also get like you're really in your head right now. And you're being kind of hard on yourself. And I want you to like look at everything that you're going through or everything you've gone through and looking at how resilient you are and like how much you've been through and how you've been able to like navigate those things and how much you've grown as a person. You know, Pisces are naturally intuitive, but trusting it, I think it's just a lot of things that that are sitting in your residuals that haven't been cleared out that may be hurting you. And I feel like you need to look at life as a learning experiences. I feel like if you don't get something right, you feel like it's the end, you can't get nothing right. But I feel like there's some abandonment issue there. Pisces, like in terms of, I'm not saying you're abandoned, but feeling like you could lose love or, you know, something didn't work out. There's some old messaging, but I'm so proud of you, Pisces, for how you like have navigated for so long. That's what I picked up. So thank you, everyone. And now, Pisces, we are done. Thank you. I love you. So I just wanted to say thank you, everyone. You're the best. This has been amazing. It has been an honor to read for all of you and just give you some advice. There's a couple things that I wanted to say, but I think I've said enough. And I'm tired now, so I'm gonna go drink my water and have a sound bath and just chill and enjoy the night because I feel so good to be of service. Thank you guys so much for everybody that comes on my channel. It's always a blessing. If you want a personal reading, you can follow me on Instagram or you can email me. I have a couple things coming up that I'm working for on my job, but I am trying to make as much time as I can for personal readings. Like I said in the beginning, I stopped reading for a little bit, but Mama is back. So I love you guys. Have a great night. Thank you.